Hello everyone, welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. We are going to start on size separation. I mean, not start on it, start on making it gold. 12 to go. Alright. What are you? You're a 6. Let's not do you yet. 3 might be fine. There's a 3 here as well. Size separation. Neighbouring regions with different areas. So this can't be a 2 and a 1 because there would be a 1. It has to be a 3. So this can't be a 3, it has to be a 2 and a 1. So there's going to be some way that works. Okay, same here. Obviously some of them can be 3s, but these can't be 3s. If you're a 2 and a 1, you're a 2 and a 1. I guess if this is going to be a 2 and a 1, then this has to be a 3. Regardless of which way around the 2 and the 1 are in there. And then depending on which way around that is, this is going to split a certain way. Ooh, but this will be, if this is the 1, for example, this will be the 2. Yeah, which makes that the 1 and that the 2, but that's fine. Although there's something going on with this bit, I think. Although, don't forget 3s. 3s can be a thing. This can't be a 3. This can't be a 3. So it's either 2, 1, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 1, 2. Either way, 2, 1. What am I saying? Either way, 2, 1 or 1, 2. This is part of a 2, so this can't be part of a 2. It could be a 1 or it could be a 3. Maybe I should be writing these things down. 1 or 3. That's not a third. That's 1 or 3. Since this is going to have to be a 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1, 2. 2, 1. Since these are going to be different from each other, these two cells, then what am I saying? This would have to be a 2, but then that would be a 2, so this has to be a 3, okay? That's the 3, I think. Wait, how do I erase? Yes, like this. Okay. There's probably more similar stuff like that. This can't be a 3, it's a 1 and a 2. These two are kind of interesting next to each other, right? I think there's only one way this would work. If you're a 2, well then you'd be next to a 2 over here. So you have to be a 1. Sorry, you have to be... Yes, you have to be a 1 and then a 2 here. So that this one could be a 1 and a 2 here. That is another problem. Wait, this could be a 3. Yes, okay. This could be a 3. And it probably is going to be a 3. If this is a 1 and a 2, this has to be a 3. Okay, that is a 3. But this is a 1 and a 2 somewhere. We're putting in lots of 3s, but not the 1s and 2s. At some point that's going to have to resolve itself, but I don't know when. Since this will be a 1 and a 2, this has to be a 3. Since that's a 3, this has to be a 1 and a 2. This can't be a 3, so it has to be a 2 in one of those directions and a 1 in the other one. Therefore, this has to be a 3. Yep. Okay, great. How do we resolve the rest? I mean, I guess they like push each other around. So like, if this is a 1, this is a 2, 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 that works out nicely, at least for that bit. This is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 1, this is the 2. So I guess that's the answer. So what happens the other way around? Let's put a 2 here. These are going to end up conflicting, I guess. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They conflict. Okay, cool. There's probably a nicer way of doing that, but I mean, I guess that works. It's at least satisfying, even if it was deep. Yay. Okay. There's a 4 there, there's a 4 there. We're probably doing 4s. Have we done you? We have not done you. It's also a 4 though. Size separation, area number. Okay, well, this is true anyway, regardless of the size separation. You're a 1. You're a 1. You're a 2, can't go there because that'd be a 1, so you must go upwards. You can't be a 1, you can't be a 2. You can't be a 3 because of you, so you must see, can't be a 4 because of you, can't be a 5 because of you, can't be a 6 because of you, can't be a 7. Wait, what? Oh, you can be a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, okay, cool. So I think that is that 7. And then this 3 does this. And this 5 has to come out. It's going to have to go upwards because this 4 is going to do this. This may go up. It may go to the left. It's got to be a 1, so it's part of the 6. What else have we got going on? These 6s could be the same 6s. Don't forget that. That 6 could be the same as that 6 in theory. In fact, the numbers might make it so that it has to be, like adding it up. But let's do something else first. Or should I do something else first? Should I add up these numbers and what's left? Maybe. 31. 11, 21, 26. Okay, some of them are definitely pairing up. 32, 38, 40. Okay, so a lot of them are pairing up. I think the 6s are pairing up. If the 6s pair up, what does that do for the number? 5, and so 9. What are we doing? 9 plus 6, 15, 20, 26 plus 5, 31. The 6s are pairing up. Okay, cool. They're the only ones that could pair up as well. The 5s can't reach each other. Yeah. Okay, so you are getting to you. And every other number takes every other space. So we have to get there in such a way that doesn't leave spaces that can't be reached, which I think means going this way. And that way. And this is a 5. It may go up or left. This is a 4. I guess it goes up. This is a 5. These do need to join. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. It's a 3 there. Size separation area number. Size separation area number. Can't go there, so going that way. That can't go that way then. That can't go that way. And it can't be 2 1s because of size separation. Okay. If this is going this way, it's going to have to be with this 3, right? Because otherwise they'd be next to each other. So that's a 3 done. You're going to have to be like that. You're going to have to be like that. It's going this way. Can't go here. Could go here. Yeah, I think that's the trick here. Is that this one you go, well, that can't go there because it would be next to that 3. But this, in this case, because it's a 4, it could actually reach that 4. Which is probably the main thing that's going on here. These 4s could be the same 4s as each other. That'd be fine. Although it wouldn't be able to go here, so they can't be the same 4s as each other. And they also can't be next to each other, so we know this is true, I believe. These may join. 3 is done. 4, 2, 3. Well, the 3 is going to have to go that way. I'm worried. Am I worried? No, it's fine to have 1. Should be fine. Then the question is, do these join or not? I mean, they have to join. Otherwise, you'd have 2 4s next to each other. Sometimes it takes me a moment to notice. That can't be part of a 4. These can't be part of a 4, so it's you. Done. Neat. I've got a 5. I should just not be scared of the big numbers. We've got to do them eventually. Sure. 1. And we've done some 6s that were so quick. So unbelievably quick. Okay, we've got a bunch of 1s. Then we've got some 2s, 3s, etc. This 3 cannot join that 3 and cannot touch that 3, so therefore can't go there. So it's either taking like these or this. Those 3s could join. If this doesn't go to the left though, well, the 2 could go to the right. Yeah, that'd be fine. This 2 can't go to the left because it would leave a 1 here, so there is a border there. And since you're not a 1, you can't be a 2 either. You also can't be a 3, we're doing this again. Go this way. So this 2 is like this. That makes that 3 like that specifically. Do you have to keep coming? No, you don't have to keep coming. We're fine at that point. Okay. Could be a 1. One of these would have to go down into this space. Otherwise we'd have a 1 here. But I don't know which one yet. Oh wait. But if they go into that space, then it can't be next to the 3, so those have to be joined. Okay, so you are a 1. Cool. Cool. You can't be that. You can't be a 2 though. So you have to keep going. You could be a 3. That's fine. We've got a 2 here, but we can't leave that. Like we can't leave a border here. But 3 could go in there instead. That would be fine. 2 this way or 2 down. Both fine currently. I mean, that has to end there. If this stops now, or if this continues, you have to be a 2 like that. You would have to be a 3 out this way, which is fine. There's maybe something interesting with this, actually. This can't be a 1, so it has to continue. I mean, could be a 2, can't be a 3, could be a 2, could be a 4, could be whatever. This 3 cannot go here or here, but there's plenty of other places it could go. What do these things add up to at this point? You're clearly not going to be one of those, so yeah, 14 left. We've got 10, okay. So 4 more are going to get taken by numberless regions. Okay, where do I go next? That can't be a 1, so it has to be part of either one of these. Could be part of either of them. This can't go up, because if it did, it would be a 3 next to a 3 here, so that's true. Therefore, this must extend at least to here, blocking that and blocking that. Okay. This can still be a 2. This may go up, it may not. If that does go up something. It's actually quite hard to do it like, oh, I've just seen the answer in one of these kinds of puzzles. Like that happens in the other puzzles quite a lot, but these are quite difficult because what's the reason? The reason being that it's kind of hard to count. I don't know. It's hard to know that you haven't like used a space already in the visualization process because you're counting numbers, not like shapes. If that makes any sense, I don't know if that makes any sense. If this went up this way, that'd be a 3 like that. This 2 would have to be like this. Put a border there, that'd make you a 4. This could still be a 2, that'd be fine. What's a nicer way of doing this bit? That could go up, it could go to the right. If it goes to the right, this has to be a 3 like that. I mean, maybe I can just do that to begin with. If this goes to the right, this can't be a 1, so it'd have to go to you, it'd have to go to there, leaving a 1 here. which is a problem because of this one. So you don't go to the right. Okay. If you go down, is there a problem? Again, this can't be a 1, so it has to be part of this. If you go down, more importantly, this has to go that way. This 2 has to go there. 2 2s next to each other. Okay, so you go up. Bifurcation, but whatever. Just go here, that can go there. This again can't go here, and we can't leave a single gap here. Ooh. So we're not doing that or that, so we must be doing that. That has to be a 2 there, and that's a 1. There's a 3 there, so that has to be there. That has to be there. Done. Yay. Neat. So yeah, see, the 5s are not that bad really at all. Is that 3? I can't tell what I've done and what I've not done. I think I've done that 3, but not that 4. Size separation, minimum 5. Minimum. Minimum 5. Okay. There's something about winding through here. In fact, that has to be the 5. Right? Because anything bigger than a 5 would end up being on either side of the border. And anything else would be smaller than 5. So that's a shape done. Okay. Has to keep going. Could join us. So yeah, okay, so size separation is the thing to be keeping in mind. Minimum 5 could join this. Oh, it can't go that way, so it has to join that. Okay, cool. It may keep going in other directions. We know that this needs 1 more at least. This could go this way, but it wouldn't be able to go up. So this is going to be its own thing up here, but it may have 1 here. So that might be the 5 done. Although I should think about this. I guess. Or something else. Similar situation over here. This, well, only if these 2 join. Well, you can't go that way. Yeah, so you do join. Okay, is this exactly the same situation as down here? Wait, is this symmetrical? No. No, it's not. Okay, so then we've got this here, at least to there. It may join this. This can't go that way, so we have another thing here. Can't join you. So there's a 5. Doesn't have to stop at 5 though. This is a 5 though, so like anything next to this would need to not be a 5. Now whatever comes out of here can't join this. Ooh. So if it can't join this, it can't go across because it would leave not enough space for this, so it has to join this. But it can't be a 5 because of you, so it has to go here. I think that works out. Okay, nothing's complaining at least. This at most goes to here. So we've potentially got a 5 from this. Yeah, I know. I know. But that does mean you can't join that, so you have to join this. This may go this way. This may extend down further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that has to continue. So it doesn't tell you about the size separation error, I guess, until you've put in a thing. Yeah. Okay. That can't join that, so it has to at least keep going down. You are a 7. You're a 7, so you need to keep going. You're an 8. You're a 5. It's fine for you to be a 5. What's going to happen with this space though? This has to go to here, I guess. 9, 8, so you can't continue that way. And we're done. Neat. Wait, where am I looking? That's a different area. That is a different area. Should we do the boss in the middle? There's a 2 there that maybe we could do. I was about to put a board in the completely wrong place. There. Size separation rows windows is what we're doing. Well, okay, so you can't go that way. I guess you're getting that blue. You may go elsewhere. This is going to have to go along this way. To some degree, you're going to have to go with you. And I presume deciding who takes this space depends on sizes of things. You're going to have to be with you, right? But this doesn't have to be part of it. It could be... Oh, no, it does, because every region needs these. So that's at least true. What now? I can't go that way, so you're going down. You can't take this one, because then you won't be able to get a friend, so you're taking that one. You can't go that way, so you're going to be part of this. You have to take this one. You may go down. You have to go this way. You can't go down. You can't go that one, so you're going to you. At least. Yeah, the what's going to happen is we're just going to do a bunch of rose windows, and then the last bits are going to be determined by sizes of regions. So you're going to you can't go there. So that has to be it could be it can't be a 1 because it has to have a thing in it. Yeah. Now what? You are currently a 7. You're currently a 6. So you can't go that way. So you have to be part of that. 7, 6, so you can't go that way, so you're a 4. Then 7, 5, that's fine. 7. Wait, so what decides which way these two go? If you're a 3, that's fine. If you're a... Okay, that's not fine. Okay, there we go. Cool. That's part of this region as well. I guess, did the bunch more show up? No, I don't think so. So I just wasn't seeing these, I guess. Okay, size separation. This is going this way. Separate from you. You can't be a 1 or whatever this is. Oh, but you are a 2, so you must continue. This can't be a 1 or a 2, so you're a 3 like that. This can't be a 1 or a 3, so it's a 2. This can't be a 1 or a 2, so it has to be a 3. This can't be a 1 or a... I might do you now. I think you're a 1, because you can't be a 2, so you're a 1. 3 here, you could still be a 3, that's fine. This can't be a 1 or a 3, so it could be that, it could be more. You don't go that way. You can't be a 2, so you're a 1. This can't be a 1, so it has to be part of one of these two. Oh, you have to stop there. We don't have a 2 around here, though. You can't be 3. You can't be a 4, but you could be a 5 like this, maybe. Although it does seem like it would be tricky to smush all these together. But I think you're going to be. I think these are all going to be 1s. They have a D pad in the middle. No, that can't be true because that would leave you as a 1. So one of them's going inwards. Okay, there's got to be a nice thing to do here, though. What is the nicer thing to do? Something. This could be a 1. Can't be a 2. Can't be a 3. So it is a 1. So then this is part of you. You currently can be a 2 because we don't know whether this is stopped yet or not. You can't go that way and be a 3. Well, kind of. You can be more than 3 basically. You could be a 4. In fact, wouldn't that work? You can't be a 1. So you have to either go there or there. Wait, you either have to go there or they're there. If you go there, that can't be a 1, it has to be a 3, so that'll be a problem unless this is a 4. This is a 4, 3. I think that works out. It is very hard to visualize. Is there a nice way to do that? If you come this way, if you're a 3, and you stop, then that can't be a 1. I mean, it has to go and find a thing. Could find you. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Nothing. So what was wrong with the other thing I thought about? That and that. Oh, because that's a 3. Okay. Okay, so what was I thinking? So that's a 3. So this either is a 2 or it's like a 4. But then that would leave that, or it's a 5. But that would make those two 2s next to each other. Okay, so you... What was it? You are a 2? You are a 2. And then... something. You can't go that way. Or you can, but... it was... No... I forgot what my logic was. You got me a 3. Okay, keep going from here. Well, you need to go somewhere. You need to go somewhere. So these are the one thing. Could join you. You'd be a 2. Nothing wrong with that. Could join you. But we either then make this a 4 and it's a problem, or we make this a 2 and it's a problem. So we don't join you, we join you, we do that. Okay, cool. I could kind of see that for a while, but I just wanted to do it properly. There's a 6 here we could do, or a 4. There's like the boss 6 we could do as well. Size separation polyomino. Size separation polyomino. Well, that. This can't reach to there because it would be next to another 3. So it at least does that. Oh, and it can't go to there either, so it does that. That can't go up, so it either goes left or right, that's fine. This can't go down. So you're going left or right, you can't touch those though, because those are 3s. You're a 4, you can't go down this way. So the only way you can go is like this now. Only way you can go is like this now. The only way you can go is like that. You're a 4. You're a 3. You're a 4. Can't reach up into that space. Can't do that either. So you are going horizontally in some way. Okay. Size separation polyomino. Well, you can't go into either of those 2 spaces because they're 3, so you're doing that. Cool. So that's a 1 and this is a 2. That is an interesting little thing about size separation, is that any 2s have to be 2s. You can't divide them anymore. It's one of those situations where if you had that in any other kind of puzzle, you'd have like multiple solutions. Like, well, I could divide that, I could not divide that, but size separation just makes it so that isn't ever possible. Is that interesting? I think that's interesting somehow. But whatever. Okay, we've got a 4 here, so it has to be like this. This can't touch you, so it has to go up. So that's a 2. That's a 2. This could be a 1. You're that, you're that. That is a 1. You're a 2. You have to do that because you can't touch this 4. This can't come down, so effectively that. You can't touch this 3, so it's that. Hopefully those are fine. Then what do we do? 2. Can't have 3 there. Could have a 1 and a 2 like that. Oh no, that would be a 2. So that's be 2, 1, 2, which wouldn't work. So I think you're going this way. Which make that a 1, that a 2. That can't be a 4, so it does have to get split. Oof. Wait, what? So if this goes this way, can't be a 4, can't be a 3, could be a 2, but then the other one would have to be 2. Could be a 1, 1, 2, 1. That's how it goes. Okay. Cool. Let's do this one first. Size separation rows windows. Interesting. So we have a 1 and a 3 in the middle. We have a 1 and a 3 in the middle. That's probably going to propagate out in some way. because it can't be 2s. If we have a 1 and a 3 here, what does that do to these, I guess? Because again, it's a space of 4 with 2 things in it, so it's another 1 and a 3. So let's say this is a 1, this has to be a 3. But then that's a 3, so that doesn't work out. So if you're a 1, you're a 3, that works out. You're a 1, you're a 3. Cool, so that's how it begins. And there's going to be a bunch of stuff like that, right? In some way. This could be a 1, could be a 2, cannot be a 3. This can't be a 1, could be a 2. This can't be a 3 to there because of that 3. Could be a 1. Could be a 2. I guess whatever you are is going to decide what you end up being, I guess, maybe, sort of. Maybe there's another direction to be coming at this from. So, oh, okay, so yeah, we have another 2 occupying a 4 space, a 4 size region. We've got 2 occupying a 5 size region as well, and here as well. But these 2 are more interesting, I think. Maybe. We've got a 1 and a 3. Is that more interesting? I don't know if it is. Maybe I can keep going in the middle. So, since this can't be a 3, if it were a 2, you'd have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 2. That's fine. If it were a 1, you'd have to be 4, 5. Both of those are fine. You've also only got 3 spaces. So what does that mean? So this is either a 1 or a 2. Okay. Wait, okay. This thing can't be a 3, because if it were, this could still be a 1. Yes. Okay, there's something else. Wait, it can't be a 3 for this reason anyway. So you're a 2, or you're a 4. If you were a 4, is there any problem with that? Well, yes, there's a problem with you being a 4. It'd be a 1 and a 3 down here, and we can't have a 3. So, you're a 2. You stop there. You join to that. You can't be 3, so you're a 4 or a 5. Okay. Okay, but that means now... So you can't be a 2, you can't be a 3, so you are a 1. So you're not a 1, you're also not a 2, so you're a 3. You're not a 3. You could be a 1 or a 2. You must join to that, but you can't be a 3, so you're a 4. You could be a 1 or a 2. Either way's fine. Okay. That can't be a 4, because this could be a 3, could be a 2, could be a 1. Where to make progress? You can't be a 3, so you're a 1 or a 2. If you're a 1 or a 2, it does mean that you are necessarily part of that, so I can put that in for now, I guess. Okay. Now what? One of these is a 2 and one is a 1, I guess. If that's helpful. I guess we know you can't be a 3 because one of these two is going to be a 3. And you are already next to both of them. Since you can't be a 3, you're either a 2 or a 4. However, you can only be a 4 if this is a 5. Is there a problem with that? You'd be a 1. I don't see a problem with that. This can only be a 1. One up here can only be a 1 or a 2. Can't be a 3 because of this, can't be a 4 because of that. 1 or a 2. Cool. Which I guess means you are part of that. And you can't be a 4, so you're a 3. Okay, that is useful. So you're a 2. I think. So then you are not a 4, you're not a 3, you're also a 1 or a 2. Yeah, okay, so this is the logic I need to be using more. You're a 1 or a 2, so you have to go to there. Like, it leaves a blank that needs to be part of something else. And this can't be a 4. But it could be a 5. That's a 1. Okay. This can't be a 2 or a 3. It could be a 4. 2, 3. Or it could be a 1. 1. And then this is a 4. That is fine. If you're a 2, you would have to be a 3, then you'd be a 2. This would then have to be a 1. No problems with any of this. It's getting too deep. So we know this is a 1 or a 2. Wait, this can't be a 3, but it could be a 4, is the problem. If you're a 5. Or it could just be a 2. Wait, but if this were... Wait, okay, so the options for you are either a 3, which you can't be. So, either a 2, a 3, which you can't be, so it's not an option, and a 4, but 2 you also can't be because it would make this a 2. So yeah, so you have to be a 4, I think. Oh, wrong shortcut. Okay, so that makes that a 5. Okay, that's progress, I think. I mean, of course it's progress, but is it correct progress? This could be a 1, so these can split either way still. You can't be a 3. You could be a 4. Hold on, so options are for you. 1, 2, not 3, 4. Not 4. 1 or 2. So that makes you that, at least so you're a 4. Okay, you're a 1, you're a 3, you're a 1. You're more than the 1. Okay. Now, you could be a 1. You could be a 2. You You'd be a 3. You can't be a 4. Since you can't be a 4, you at least go to there. And it has to then go up, otherwise you'd have 2 2s next to each other. So you're a 3. You're a... Oh no. What am I saying? Oh, okay, hold on. It could be bigger down here. Yeah. All I'm saying is it's not a 2 that stops here. But it could be longer and stop there. It could even go up and be a... Well, so it can't be a 5. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So this is a 5. So it can't fill this whole thing. So one of you two is moving inwards. So most of 4. 4 is fine. 3 is fine as long as you're down. 2 is not fine because of this. And you need another 1. So 2 is not fine. So let's get rid of 2. 3 is an option as long as you do this. 4 is an option as long as... What? I think 4's an option in both ways. I guess either way this is filled. Yes. So you may stop there, you may keep going. I feel like I might be missing some easier way to make some of these deductions, but whatever. It's either a 1 or a 2. You can't be a 4. If you were a 5, that would be fine, or a 3, that'd be fine. 3 or 5 for you. How to work this out? I don't know. You're a 1 or a 2. If you're a 1, that has to come here and be a 5. If you're a 2, this has to stop and this is a 2. So if you're a 1, you're a 1. If you're a 2, you're a 2. But if you're a 2, then you'd have to be a 1. So you'd have to be part of that. And it can be a 4. It just can't be a 5. So then you'd be a 2. This would have to continue. That's also fine. That has to be a 1. This is going too deep. I think there is a contradiction there, but it's way too deep. There's probably just something obvious I'm missing. If you are a 2, you could be a 1. Could be, and then this would be a 4. Oh, but that would make that a 4, so no. You'd have to be a 2, you'd have to be a 3, to make that a 2. Which would mean that this has to be a 1. Which would make you part of that. A 4 is fine. This would be a 1. So you'd be part of that. That'd be a 2. I feel like I'm just solving it. That's a 1. I think I've just solved it. Maybe we just put it in. Sure. Whatever. Cool. Let's do the boss puzzle. Even though I don't think it's any harder than other stuff. We do have some more 3s and 4s. Wait. No, save the boss puzzle for the third one. Okay, so we'll do the 3, the 4, and then the boss puzzle. 3. Size separation 3 to 4. Okay, so we're alternating 3s and 4s. Got it. Well, there's at least a 3, but if we went to the sides at all, we would squish in a thing here. So these are going to be 4s, but they can't go near each other, so they have to stay away from each other. So they're going to be like that. Wait, what? What's this thing going to be? Doesn't make any sense. Have I misunderstood something immediately? If this... Oh, it could be a 4 that goes upwards. Yes. That's what I missed immediately. Okay, cool. That's fine. So this is a 4, but it has to go that way. It's going to go that way. Okay. This is a 3, can't go that way. So it's going to be that. 4. This now. So this has to be a 3, but can't go there. So it's at least going to go there, can't go there. So it's going to go there. This is a 4, can't do that. So it's going to have to be a T shape. 3. This is going to have to be a 4. This is going to have to be a 3. It can't go down, so it has to go, at least go that way. So this is a 4. This is a 4. 4. 3. This is going to be a 3 somewhere. It can't go there. Done. All right. 4. Range 3 to 4. Size separation. And then there's nothing else obvious. 3 to 4 size separation. This would have to be a... Well, everything has to be a 3 or a 4. Maybe this space is interesting? Kinda, but also kinda not. Whatever this is not. Whatever this is not. So let's say this was a 3, then you'd be a 4, you'd be a 4, that's fine. Oof. You could be a 3, 4, 3, 4. There's something about... Okay, so with this kind of setup, if this is a 3, this has to be a 4, but then this has to be a 3, and this has to be a 4. There's effectively an extra wall there, right? That's the deduction we're doing. Yes. That is true. That's true for all of these, I think. I hope that was the case. Guess we'll find out. So then we got this, that has to be a 3 there. I hope that was true. That is true, I think. Yeah, so this is going to be a 4 then. So this is a 3 here, because that's going to be a 4. And that has to be a 4. Wait, so it has to go into that space. It has to like hug this shape. Otherwise, I have another 4 here next to a 4, so we're hugging you. Okay. Alright. And so these two have to be one thing. Yes. These two have to be one thing. This has to be a 3 though. Alright. I should write some of these down. 3, 4, just make it easier to visualize. 4, 4, 4. So then you're a 3. Well, why does I write it down? You're a 3. In fact, if you're a 3, you are going there, but I guess I don't know how you're going there. You might be going like this. Well, if you're going like that, then this is a 4. So So yeah, you're getting here, so this is a... Oh, sorry. Well, I guess I could put the border in. You're a 4. So I can put that in. Okay. Which makes this and this a 3, which means they're going to join. So the 4 is at this. Uh-oh. Where's my mistake? Ah, I realise where my mistake is. This doesn't have to go here. It can go like this. Yes. Okay. Now, let's not just this... Okay, well, okay. So, there's 2 ways this 3 could go. Either way, they make this like part of a 4. It may go here. So this is a 3. So this definitely has a border here. If this goes up, that goes out there. If this goes down this way. Either way, if this goes up, you go through this space. If this goes down, you go through this space. So that has to be a border. That's that 4. Okay, that 3 gets done. That pushes this down here. That makes that. That makes that. That makes that. And that. Hopefully this is working. You're a 3, and we're done. Yay! I should have cleared it, but whatever. Wait, what puzzle was that? Oh yeah, we've got one more, right? Yes, okay. Boss puzzle, 6. Gosh, it's big. Size separation, range 3 to 5, polyomino. Size separation, range 3 to 5. So those are 5s. You're a 5. So if this is vertical at all, we have a problem. So you are not vertical, you are exactly this. Right? I think so. You cannot go into this row, so you must have a border there. Does that sufficiently limit things? You also can't go into here. So I think you have to be like that. No, you could be like that. Or even... not that. I think there's only 2 ways you can go. Range 3 to 5 as well. So everything, all the gaps are going to be 3 to 5 as well. Do a similar thing with you. You're also 5. You're 5. You're 5. So you can't go here. So you're not going vertically either, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you're going horizontally. However, there is this option, which is a little sneaky. Sneaky little option. So you are surrounded by 3s and 4s, which is, I guess, interesting, but whatever. Are you sufficiently constrained by these walls or something? You can't go there. You can't go there. You can go like this. You can go like that. So you can't go there. Any of these. Yeah, that does leave 2 positions for you. I believe. No, we could have a 3 in there. I was thinking this wall maybe makes it so I can't like do anything, but no, I can. I can have a 3 and then something else. There'd be a 4 there, etc. What am I saying? I don't know. Oh no, that's if I was doing this. Yeah, 3. Yeah, I don't know. Guess what about for you? Can't go like that. Can't go like that. So not the top, not the right. Bottom can't be either. Left can't be. So middle. So okay, you only have 1 position you can go in. I believe that was true. I hope that was true. So you can't go that way or that way. So that's going to severely limit you, in fact. To that specifically, I think. Definitely not doing that. Definitely not doing that. I think specifically, ooh, you also can't go down here. So yes, specifically that. So that makes this 2 3s, I guess. Which it can't be. 3 to 5. 4, 2, no. Okay, so there must be another way of putting that in. Oh, yeah, like that, I see. Ugh, some of these are just hard to visualize, but yeah, I think that was the only way of doing that now. So this is either 3 or a 4. This might be quite constrained now. Oh. So you need to have a height of 3 coming there as well. I think you can only fit in like this, right? So then that's a 4. So now, I like this approach that I'm taking where I'm putting the X's around stuff. You can't go there, 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 any of these, so you can only fit in that way now. Yep. No, that can't be right, because I can't do a 4 here. I can't do a 3 and a 1. Wait, what? Have I made a mistake? Probably. I think I've made a mistake. Was there another way you could go? There was another way you can go. I've just seen it. Although, hold on. Yeah, there is another way you can go, like that. So it's probably that. Yeah, and that resolves this situation here, because like it's basically still the same for you. It's like it's very similar. It's just you also can't go there. Yeah, that makes that a 3. Okay, I'm fine with that. So this is going to be a 3 or a 4 that goes one of these directions. Okay. Is this the kind of thing where I want to click this? Probably. Yay! It's a big puzzle. Like often these, I think the boss puzzles, which are always like the bigger plinth things, are just big puzzles. Okay. So next up. Well, since you can't go here, or any of these, I think you're pretty limited actually. I don't think you could go vertically. No, you can't go there either. Yep. You could go there vertically. That is true. But then the other option is horizontal in a couple of ways. In a few ways. 3 ways, I think. 4 ways? Yeah, 4 ways. There must be something else I can do up here, right? Maybe? Okay. What now? Is it, maybe it's something to do with this, because this is either a 3 and then a 4. I mean, I guess I do know that it's going to be a 3, then a 4, or a 4, then a 3, in which case, like, this will have a border, like this. I guess I just don't know exactly how it's going to be split up. So that's interesting, I guess. Which, going back to you again, which is what I already had, so why did they get rid of it? I don't know. Doesn't mean it can't go there either, but still, there's quite a few options. And if this were forced to be a 4 along here, that would be a 3, that would be a 4, that would then resolve that bit. But that's an if. Yeah, now what? Wait, that's also not true because that could be a 3 going that way. It doesn't even have to go that way at all, in which case this could stop here. Yeah, okay. Go back a bit. In fact, it could be 3. Yeah, it'd be 3, 4. Yep, okay. Not that then. This can't go here and can't go here or here. Are you sufficiently limited by that? Actually, maybe. Don't think you could be the middle bit of you in any orientation. No. So you're going to have to be an end bit. Can't go there. I guess you could be an end bit that way. Is I think how that could work. Is that the only way it could work? Could you be a corner bit anywhere? Here, but then I'm pretty sure that would trap you in. Yeah, that would definitely trap you in. Could you be a corner bit anywhere else? No. I think not, so I think you're that. I hope that was true. Now this can't go here or here. In fact, this has to come to here, so that's a border. Okay. Still a bunch of things that could happen with that. 3 to 5. This is either 3 or a 4. This can't go here now. Or here. Wait, so because that's trapped in like that, that has to go like this, right? Okay. I think that's true. That probably limits that T a fair bit. Throw that across. Any of these, I think I could get there anyway. Sure. So this T, now, I don't see how it would fit up here. I think it can only fit down like this. Oh, I hate committing to these things though. I think it can only go in that way. It looks like it. Is this recoloring them into yellow when... Wait, what happens? Oh, it's from me doing that. I was just noticing... No, okay, I've got blue 5s as well. I was just thinking, like, is it making all the 5s yellow or something? That would be a cool algorithm for picking the colours, but I don't think it does that. Okay, now you can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. That's got to be fully constrained, right? I say that, I don't think it is. Yeah, there's a few ways this could go. I think, yeah. Oh, but you'd be a 1. If this goes, oh gosh, I can't visualize all these things. Okay, so I know this doesn't go like this because that'd be a 2 here, so not that. Other ways this could go over here, but then it would go to there. So in fact, let's cross that off. So no, down here somehow. So then this would have to be that bit of it. So it's either like that, leaving a 1 here, or it's like that, leaving a 1 here. That seems like a problem. Or, hold on, like that is fine. Okay. I think that's how it goes. In which case, no, because that leaves a 1 there. That doesn't work then. How else do you go? Or have I made a mistake? Everything's fine so far. So there's some way I can put you in. How is there? How is there some way I can put you in? What? It can't be one of these. Because of you. Because of you. It can't be one of those. So you're not in this 3x3 area. I know, that's not the right shape. If you go up there, then you have to go there, making this a 2, which isn't okay. That's... There we go. Oh dear. Okay, so then your board on that side, you now can no longer be vertical, so you are horizontal. You're going to have to be horizontal like that, I think. I hope. This has to be at least 3, and at most 4. This has to be at least 3 and at most 4. This has to be at least 3 at most 4. That's 3. And that's 4. That's 4, that's 3. We do have a border there. Okay. Okay. I think there is actually something interesting with this now, because if you have to be 3 at least. Let's say you're 3, you come here. Then these two would have to both be 4, but they'd be on either side of this border, so there's be separate regions and they can't be next to each other because they're both 4. So you're not a 3, so then you're a 4. Either, could you be a T-shaped 4? Either you go straight across, which goes 3 here, 3 over here, or you go like this, making this a 3 also fine. Okay, I don't want to commit. Something else. Can I get you in now? Maybe I can. Can't go here. Can't go here. Can't go here or here or here or here. Also can't. Well, we could trap that in. That's fine because it's not trapped. It's got a friend to go to. So you. Yeah, I can't go there as well. Okay. So we're not being vertical. So then options. That is fine. That is fine. Those might be the only 2 options. Can I narrow it down? I don't know if I can narrow it down. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I think we're fine. Yeah. Like at some point, this 3 and 4 negative space is going to do something for me, but when? I don't know. Like, is there something I can find out by like saying like, okay, if this were a 3 or if this were a 4, we have a 3, 3, 4 in one of those directions, etc., etc. That's a long way to go. Oh, there's only 2 ways this could go. I think so, but I don't see a problem with either of them. Well, okay, if you were like this, would that cut off too much? Oh, no, hold on. That's fine. You can't go there. That would make you very specifically, you can't go there either. It has to be this. leaving a gap there. That was quite deep, but I think that's true. I'm going to go with it. So that is cut off. That is cut off. So is that. So is that. So is that. So is this. What does that mean for you? You can't be like that. You could be like this or like this. So you're like this and you stick down in one of those two. If you stick here, we have a problem with this. Don't we have a problem anyway? No, we don't. Okay. So this is a 3. You are a 4. You're a 3. You are a 4. You're a 3. Okay, this is starting to resolve. So this has to be a 4. It goes in some direction, up or left, or if it goes left, then we have a 3 and a 3 together. So it doesn't go left; it goes up. That means these have to be a 3. Can't go there. So that's a 3. That's a 4. That's a 4. That's a 3. 4, 4. Cool. It's happening. This is a 4. This is a 3. This is going to be a 4. That's a 3. So that's fine. That's a 3. So this is going to be a 4 somehow. Like that. 3, 3, 4. Hooray! Gosh, those are exhausting. Only 10 to make it a gem, a window thingy. Cool. We've done another area. Next one. Are there any more over here that I still need to do? They're all gold. We could look at the thing, which I can never find. Middle one? Yes. Okay. Size separation, boxy, non-boxy. Okay, so this is the next area. Castle gates, etc., etc. Those are not even silver? So they are complete, but they're not silver. Is that what it's called? Whatever it is, or stone? No, silver? I mean, I think I've been calling it silver. So Castle Gates is the next one. Which is what? This is just a bunch of the same stuff, right? I think so. Okay, there's not many. Ooh, there's many to get to silver. And we have to get to gold as well. Oh my gosh. Okay, see you next time, folks. And yep. We'll try. Goodbye.